There comes a time in one's life that they meet a certain someone, and from there on, their lives change for the better. In my life, I was blessed with a great uncle that gave me a vision of the man that I want to become. My great uncle, George Trahanas, who we called Moose, was one of the nicest, free spirited, and family oriented guys that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. Moose helped me fall in love with sports, he believed in me, he honorably served in the Army, and above all else, he loved his family more than anything. Let's begin by talking about how influential my great uncle was toward my passion for sports. In my early adolescent years, I didn't have a real passion for anything. I tried to interest myself in video games and action figures, but none of those activities seemed to entertain me. As I got to the age where I could grasp complex ideas and engage in conversation, my great uncle lured me to a whole new world, the sports world. From that moment on, Moose would talk about sports with me for hours. We used to talk about statistics, trades, memorabilia, and more. With that being said, my great uncle, being the sports fanatic that he was, had a fantastic memory when dealing with dates, statistics, and sports trivia. Also, the way he watched sports and reacted to certain actions in the game was unusual but at the same time brilliant. From the many years of sports talk with my great uncle, I began to have a never ending passion for sports. Furthermore, my great uncle George believed in me. Whenever I came up to Pittsfield, Massachusetts to see Moose, he made it known that he had a complete faith in me and that he wanted to see me do great things. He saw potential in me that I didn't even know I had. My great uncle made me feel like he would bet on me against all odds. Before Moose changed my life, he was saving others, as he was an Army veteran serving in World War II from 1942 until being honorably discharged in 1947. He served in the Pacific Theater, New Guinea, and the Admiralty Islands. After his time there, he received 2 Bronze Stars and a Purple Heart. Being inspired by patriotism, my great uncle will be remembered for his devotion to our country. Above all else, I'd like you all to remember this. My great uncle loved his family more than anything. For many years, my great uncle lived right down the street from his brother, which is my grandfather, and kept in touch with him daily. Moose was also a supportive and loving husband for many years, and in those years, he provided his daughter, Mary Ellen, with nothing but love and guidance. To conclude, my great uncle George is the most unforgettable person I've ever met. He helped me fall in love with sports, he believed in me, he put in 5 honorable years of service for our country, and he loved his family more than anything. Recently, I've had doubt in myself, and I've been thinking that there is no chance that I'll make it into the sports industry. After thinking about my great uncle and all that he has taught me, I'm never going to give up on my dreams. As I mentioned before, if all odds are against me, I know one person that will bet on me, and that's all I need. As you can tell, my great uncle George led a fulfilling life. Sadly, he passed away 3 years ago at the age of 90. Although my great uncle's physical presence has deceased, his words and his love will forever be a part of me.